This filter will change the way you actually light. In the next 5 minutes, we'll explore how. What's up guys, YvensB here, Montreal advertising and portrait photographer. So, filters, right? Well, although mostly this channel is about lighting and is dedicated to it, there are some accessories like this filter that will change the behavior of your lighting, which I really like. So for the next 5 minutes, this video is going to be really helpful for videographers, boudoir photographers, and those who like or searching for that cinematic, airy film look. So this right here is called a Black Mist Filter. It's actually kind of dirty, I'm so sorry. So typical mist filter comes in various intensities and are measured in fractions going from 1/8 to 1.5 in percentages, 12.5% to 50%, but there's also 10% depending which company you go. Big brain time. However, if it's your first mist filter you're going for, I recommend going for the 1/4 as this one, as you'll be in a great middle ground with intensity. 1/8 might be too subtle of an effect, and 50% might be way too strong for you. So the working principle of those filters is actually quite simple. Mist filter contains miniature scratches all over it with different intensities. And this particular filter, the Nisi Black Mist 25% filter, has, as you may have guessed, 25% of its surface quote-unquote scratch. And those miniature scratches have the main effect of light dispersion. And to demonstrate that, let's put it to the test. So what you're seeing right now is a simple RGB light from Lido Photo. Review coming soon if you're actually wondering how it's faring. And this was shot with the Sony A7RIII with a Samyang 35mm 1.4 Tone. The lens is a spherical lens, also known as the lens that doesn't give you those cute streaks that you get from an anamorphic lens. It's a regular lens. So now let's observe the corners of the light without the filter. And now let's add the Pro Mist filter or the Black Mist filter from Nisi to the mix. And now let's try to see the impact of the mist filter on a regular color card. So as you can see from the examples that we just shown you, the filter spreads the light a lot more than its original look, and this is, in my opinion, where the creativity begins. So whenever you set up your shoots, you can actually add this halation effect to make your lighting a little more dreamy or glowy without affecting your subject or your main subject too much. And if you want a demonstration of that, here's an example of a portrait with and without the filter. Again, these photos are straight out of camera with only the white balance adjusted. Now, if you want, again, even more example, let's put this in the behind the scenes. So to take full advantage of the filter, you've got to get some light in your frame. I know it's contraindicative since most of the times we're actually trying to avoid that completely, but to get the maximum effect of this filter, it's actually the way. Or in Star Wars terms, this is the way. It does not have to point directly, or your lights have to point directly to the camera, but it has to be present enough to be quote-unquote felt. Here's an example. Here we have the main light, a 8600 from Godox Classic or BM with a huge 48-inch octabox double diffuse. To take advantage of the mist effect, I simply added a bare strobe to create some hard light in camera left of the subject. Again, if you're one of those fortunate ones that have those big old Fresnels and that old cinema timey look, you can actually add them directly in your frame and they look kind of glowy and very interesting. So if you have that already in your arsenal, kudos for you. This might be really cool. So my impressions of the Black Mist filter is that's a great tool to have in your pocket, and it creates a nice airy finish without sacrificing too much of the quality of the image. For example, when I look at a close-up portrait, I can still see a ton of details, and I like it because I bought the camera for that. And I can still see myself using it for actually more video content and give this glowy effect. And it throws me back a little bit because I remember one of my friends and I were trying to get like a film look out of the Panasonic HVX200, and by trying all sorts of crazy things. And now with picture profiles and specialized filters like the Nisi Black Mist Filter or the Tiffin, you can create some really vintage or dreamy or different effects straight out of camera. And also, side note, I tried the Tiffin Pro Mist filters and they are of the same quality. And if you try to like one out, I left a link to the exact same model in the description below. A huge pro tip though, if ever you get one of those, get the biggest version possible so you can make sure it fits your biggest lens. I got a 7.7mm, which is a decent size and fits my personal needs. Stepping down the lens only requires some adaptive filter, which you can get for like 15 to 20 bucks on Amazon. It's fairly cheap and it will last you forever. And now I hope this video helped you for your next photo shoot or creative project. If you have unanswered questions about the mist filters, please ask below. And if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to be part of the lighting army. This has been YvensB, Montreal advertising and portrait photographer. And as always, I wish you good luck and happy shooting. Let's light the world. Cheers. Does it work? Does it work? Ooh. Ooh. Halation! Halation! Oh, Jesus. It's harder than it does.